Thank you again for joining me for another episode of Talk the Torque. I'm Desh Bechin, and I'm so thrilled to be chatting with my next guest, Ayanda Joja, the Business Development Manager for one of my favorites, Kia South Africa. So Ayanda believes that one should have strong values and a determined mindset in order to achieve development. She is said to be proactive in her business approach and doesn't wait for opportunity to present itself. Rather, she is determined and navigates her own way to finding success. Now, Ayanda has also made it to the top 30 in her category for the Motoring Woman of the Year Awards, and I'm so proud yet again to have one of Kia's ladies. We had a Kia nominee last year that actually won in her category, Pamenta Kadatlal. And I must say the Kia team, especially the directors and the CEO, Gary and Gareth van der Westhuizen from Kia Confidence, they have been such champions in everything that we do here at Talk the Talk and Motoring Woman of the Year Awards. So let's welcome Ayanda, and as always, this interview is proudly brought to you by Sariti Solutions. Ayanda.
Hi, how are you?
Good, and you? You are absolutely beautiful.
Thank you so much.
I mean, all the women that sit here are so beautiful, but we have so little time.
Yes.
Because my camera crew, you can see how much time limit they give me here.
Yes.
But I had to bring that in this time around because you really, really are so stunning.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So Ayanda, congratulations. I'm so proud. I'm really proud of you. It's thousands of nominations and you came up, you've taken top 30 position, semi-finalists, so well done on that.
Thank you so much. Truly appreciate it.
But now it's time to get some votes, okay?
Yes.
So let's tell our followers who you are. Where did this all begin for you?
So my name is Ayanda Joja. Where it all began, I was a call center agent. That's where my journey begins. I worked for a company called Liquid Capital, which is under Motors. So I used to be a CSI agent where we used to call customers to rate their service experience at a dealership. That's where my journey started. As determined as I am, I was not happy with just being a call center agent. So I moved up quite a bit. When I moved out of CSI, I applied for a position for a junior auditor at Liquid Capital still. I had no experience, no educational background, but I aced my interview because I do believe that you need to put yourself out there, and I believe that you can do anything. Really, you can. If you're given the opportunity to learn, then you prove yourself that you can do it.
Absolutely.
You are only destined for success. And I always say, none of us were born able. That is the truth. You are not able to talk, to walk, to do anything you're able to do as second nature now. It's like that in the workplace. You're not born to know how to work a computer, for instance. I had to learn all of that. I had to learn how to speak to customers. I had no experience, but because I was determined, I knew that I was born for greatness, and I took my chances at every turn.
Oh, I love that, and I'll take this opportunity to highlight that crucial bit about you wanting to claim that success. Claim the success, but work towards it.
100%.
Absolutely. You should not feel entitled. It is important if you want that position in the leadership role or doing what you do as a business development manager. You absolutely have to work for it.
100%.
And knowledge is so important. Knowledge is power, and that's one of the key attributes that you're going to need to rise to the top.
100%. And I think the most beautiful thing about where I work at Kia South Africa, we advocate for education.
Yes.
It is the key thing.
Yes.
And I always say that seeking to improve yourself makes you such a better person. It makes you competent. It makes you confident because when opportunities come, you're educated, you've got the knowledge, you put up your hand and you're confident to go fetch what you want. So I really do believe that education is really the key to more than success.
Absolutely.
It's the key to life, the life that you choose, right? Because also, like you say, you can't be entitled.
Yeah.
Nobody owes you anything in this life, right? And our experiences make us better and greater people in life.
Definitely.
And if you don't take those experiences and apply them to improve yourself, then you'll never get anywhere. So I learned very early in life that one, you need to work very hard to get the things that you want, and nobody owes me anything. Those two things have pushed me like you won't believe. It has helped me push the boundaries.
Right. And it's so important again to highlight that we should not be playing that predominantly disadvantaged, underprivileged gender of the industry. It is so important that we make a conscious decision to say, look, we've never had the opportunity, but now we do. Now is the time that we will, advocate for not just our change, but the change or the transformation for other women.
100%.
So thank you so much for bringing that. But tell us more about your brand.
So Kia, when I got the opportunity to work for Kia, I was thrilled. One, because Kia continues to grow. It continues to surprise. The new products that are coming get me so excited. They get me so excited because we have now positioned ourselves in the motoring industry. People know who we are now, and that is purely because the team that we have, we are young, we are dynamic, and we come with different backgrounds, and that makes us so unique because we all contribute something so special and so unique, right? That even when we position ourselves, we're able to do it because we have all come together with our big minds and big ideas that get I love Gary, my CEO, right?
Aww,
I love
too.
him. I absolutely love that man because he's a forward thinker, and we are because he is. It all drills down to the leadership. It's important who leads you, because if the wrong person is there leading you, you will all be led astray. But we've got such a brilliant leader who has a forward-thinking mindset, who has made it possible for the transformation for women to begin in our own little world at Kia. So I absolutely love, I advocate for my brand, I drive my brand, I live it. It is who I am.
I love it.
And I'm absolutely blessed to be where I am. I have grown so much to be where I am because of our leadership. Like I say, I'm studying still, even now, right? I did my higher certificate in business management, and now I'm doing a degree in commerce.
Well done.
And I'm looking to improve, right? When I'm done, I'll be doing my honors. I'll do my MBA after that. I continue to grow and seek that growth because of who leads me, and that is the honest
So I'm going to book you now for the day that you have your MBA, because I believe that you have proclaimed it and it's going to be yours.
100%.
Now, if I had a live studio audience, okay, this is when everybody would applaud for you, but I don't, so I'm like trying here, okay, without trying to disturb you. But the reason you're here, Ayanda, is because of your nomination and the fact that you proceeded to top 30. How do you feel about this movement in its entirety in terms of everything Motoring Woman of the Year Awards, powered by MUC, a division of Nedbank, stands for?
I think it's such an awesome initiative. One, it acknowledges the contribution that women do in the motoring industry, which is important. When somebody acknowledges the work that you do, right, it motivates you. It elevates you to another level. So one, let me applaud.
Oh, thank you.
So yes, for me, it's a great initiative, right? Because it recognizes the work that women do. It elevates us. as women, and it wants us to continue to pave the way for those that come after us. Right? Because I think it's very important that as women who have now been given the opportunity, we pave the path for the little woman, or the younger woman rather, right wording, that will come after us. It is very important for this event to continue, because you guys are doing such an amazing job recognizing other women and their contributions. I can tell you for myself, it has elevated me already. So thank you so much. Again, I applaud you. It's such a great initiative, and please don't stop.
I won't.
Let it not stop with us. Let it continue for the younger women, because this is inspiration for them. You know, when they look at us, because they'll always be, I always say, I always do my best in everything that I do. I don't settle for average, because someone is secretly looking up to me. I may not know who that person is, but I'm someone's role model, whether I'm aware of it or not.
And now you're going to have more. You're going to have more followers.
You know what I'm saying? So it's important how I carry myself, because I could be an inspiration to someone who's silently looking at me.
Absolutely. And as I said, you might touch 5 more people's lives and change their decisions and their direction in terms of where they want to see themselves. And it's because of you. So it's so important to hold that responsibility close to your heart, because the more power you have, the more responsibility you have. And no, I won't stop. I just want to validate that. I just want to confirm that I'm not going to stop. I'm going to say it right now. I ain't stopping. A lot of people say that to me, Tish. This is very young. This platform is young. There's been many that has come and gone. I've been around for 4 years, but I don't plan on stopping, because that narrative of women needing to break through the glass ceilings must stop. 100%. It needs to be not women kicking down those doors. It needs to be women walking through those doors. So I am not going to stop until that narrative changes for women, not just in motoring, but in in the workspace altogether. So what would you say, just to educate our young BDMs out there, what would you say would be the credentials or the qualities, attributes that one should have to be in a position like yours?
So I'll start with the educational credentials that you have to have. A higher certificate, right, or NQF level 5 certification will do as an entry as a junior, because that's how I got in, right, with my higher certificate. But if you want to advance, you need, like I've always said, you need to continue improving yourself, and that's why I've now decided to continue with my education and acquire my degree in commerce. But in terms of the attributes, right, my position needs someone who has a natural flair for leadership. It needs to be something, I always say, managers are made. You can always teach someone to manage, but leaders are born. It is something that is in your DNA. It's a calling, right? So you need to have leadership qualities, because the role itself requires for you to lead other people. It requires for you to have an eye on certain situations. You have to I always say, right, so I have dealers across South Africa that I manage, right, and you can never use a blanket approach, because they're also different, especially because they are in different provinces. They're located in certain areas. You need to understand the PMA in order to come in with a strategic mind. So you need to be strategic, you need to be a leader, and you need to understand the different dynamic in terms of people. You need to have a authentic understanding of people in order for you to succeed in my position. And that is what I've learned in the years that I've been in my position.
Wow, I feel like you've come here equipped with these philosophical gosh, I can sit here and listen to you for ages. But what advice can you give to women to stay motivated in order to maximize time and productivity in terms of being successful at the end of a project, say, for instance?
One, you need to be self-aware. I believe in anything that you do, you need to know who you are first. And you need to understand what you want. Clear goal setting for me is crucial. It's critical in everything that you do. Whether you're building a house, whether you're selling a car, you need to have clear goals in mind. So for me, you need to be self-aware. Your goals need to be clear, and never stop learning. Be a student of life.
Right.
Never think that you know everything, right? I think I've been successful, one, because I realized very early in my age that I need to associate with people that are smarter than me. That's how I've been able to learn. I ask questions. Never be afraid to be in a position where you ask questions. I always position myself in that way, because that means that I'm learning something new. That means that I'm adding to who I am already. That means I don't stop growing. That means that my success is limitless. So my advice, never stop learning. Seek to improve yourself. Be clear in your goals and be self-aware.
And now I'm going to ask you on air and put you on the spot, okay? Would you like volunteer to do some motivational speaking on behalf of I'm like serious.
I'd be honored.
Never done this on the show, but my gosh, you are powerful.
Thank you.
You're really literally empowering me right now.
Thank you so much.
Would you?
I would. I'd be honored.
So, Mr. Gary Scott, I have just booked your lady for, I hope you give us some time off.
Yes.
But wow, she's amazing. You are absolutely amazing.
Thank you so
you're going to first tell me, do you have any tips and tricks for someone in a similar role, to effect their goals more quicker?
Yes.
Not quicker, but more easier.
Effectively and efficiently.
Efficiently, right.
Yes. So basically, planning is very important in my role. You need to pre-plan. You need to pre-plan, and you need to constantly, like I say, always be aware of your dealerships. I'll talk about my role specifically in what I do. I always say I can never advise someone with something I've never myself experienced. So in my experience, you need to always pre-plan.
Right.
Have a plan in mind. Go in there already knowing which points you're going to touch, right? That's the first thing. Secondly, understand your team. Understand each and every individual, what they stand for. Personally, I'm not even talking about professionally. We are humans first before we are employees, before we are colleagues, right? We're human first. Understand the human you're dealing with. Understand who you're dealing with, because it helps you deal with that person better.
Absolutely.
And for me, effectiveness in the team is about how open you are as a leader and a manager. You need to be open to your people. You can't be an iron. Be soft, be approachable, because I have found that in my approach, my soft, approachable approach, lack of a better word, has helped my team to become better. I've now got into dealers that weren't performing, that are performing at their maximum now.
Love
because and it's nothing really operational, but it was establishing a personal relationship with them that has allowed them to now perform in their best ability. So it's those dynamics that you need to have and understand what your role is in the dealership, in a person's life, because we can't approach life as colleagues, managers, and we need to approach it as people first.
Absolutely.
And we will absolutely be effective in everything and anything that we decide to do in life. So that would be my 2 cents worth of advice.
But earlier on you talked about Gary Scott being the leader, and that filters through in terms of the team, the employees, and adopting that same type of culture. But what, in your opinion, makes your group unique, aside from Gary Scott? And we've mentioned his name so much, but listen, we do love you, Gary, but about the brand, about the team, about the culture, what is different about Kia?
I cannot answer your question without including Gary. because he's the one that drives the culture. Our leader drives the culture in our brand. What makes us unique, like I say, he's a forward thinker. So he understood that he needed different types of, he hires a dynamic group of people who have vast experience in different industries.
Right.
When we come together, right, with every experience that we have, with our backgrounds personally, we've got black people, white people, it's such a mixed team, right, and from all sorts of backgrounds. Right, so it's not just people who are privileged people, it's everyone in one place. There's hungry people, there's people that have experience, there's learned people.
Right.
So there's that dynamic in our team, and I think that makes us unique, because when we do come together, we are explosive. We are explosive.
Definitely.
And especially if you have a leader that allows you to express yourself, that really, it's an interpretation of our brand. That's who we are. We interpret the brand as who we are, and that's because our leader has allowed us to be who we are and represent our. So I think that's the unique part. I've been in corporate before, and other corporate structures are very stringent and they're very strict, and this is how you behave. We have the freedom to be ourselves, and I think that is the privilege, and I think that's what makes us such a dynamic and unique team.
And the Kia Seltos.
Yes. What about the Kia Seltos?
I love the Kia Seltos and the Sportage.
I love the Sportage. Personally, the Sportage for me is a winner.
That was, I swear to God, I was good. We did a convoy to Philippolis a couple of years back, and we used the Sportage, and I think it was what's the guy, Valentine, Cristo Valentine, yes.
Valentine.
And we had a ball of a time. It was such a beautiful project. But really, the Kia Sportage really, and the Seltos as well, that I just recently test drove, amazing. The products are absolutely amazing.
Think from the Picanto, from our smallest baby to our biggest cars. I mean, we've just launched the Sorrento and the Carnival. Absolutely amazing products. We're launching the new Sportage as well. It's coming. We've got a couple of lineups of new products that are coming. It's exciting.
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
And then also the EV was, I think it was a Kia EV that was named Car of the Year.
Car of the Year, yes.
Internationally, right?
100%.
I know my thing. I can talk the talk, okay? But Gary Scott was here a couple of weeks ago, so he reminded me. So I just thought I'd bring that in. But just in concluding this beautiful discussion, you've really inspired me. But what I need you now to use that powerful voice and inspire the young girls that are looking at a career in the motoring trade. So the stage is all yours.
So for young girls that are looking to come into the motor trade, I would inspire you to do it. One, because I'm here, that means that it is possible. If I could do it, you could do it. Secondly, the motor trade is a growing trade, and we have seen massive transformation happening, especially for young women. We have paved the way is there, the doors are open, there's absolutely nothing stopping you from taking that chance. Continue to seek improving yourselves. That is the most powerful thing. Nobody can take your education away. Nobody can tell you that you are less than what you are. Believe in yourself. Believe. Confidence is everything. Confidence builds a person, not even a woman, a person. So I'm talking to every young person who is looking to get into the trade, that there are opportunities, especially because our brands are international. You can get international exposure, but you need to want it for yourself. We can't want it more than you do. So go out there, be confident in yourself. The space is there. We've made up the space. The space is there. You just need to occupy it. And that is me saying to you, woman, you can do it.
Yay. Well done.
Thank you.
It's now confirmed, okay? You are hired to be my motivational speaker. You can now relieve Desh from all of these dealerships and all these places that I do the job of motivational speaker.
Yeah.
You are welcome. Gary, I'm not taking away from you. Non-profit company, volunteer basis, but you are hired. Well done. And is there anything that you'd like to add to this?
I would like to say thank you to you, Dash.
Aww.
I would really, really like to take this opportunity to thank you. My voice would have never been heard if it wasn't because of you. I've never been in any sort of platform to even motivate anyone. So thank you so much for this opportunity. Continue to do it again. I will say a round of applause to you. Thank you so much for this platform. And if there's anything I can contribute, I'd be more than happy to, because it's such a great initiative.
Thank you, Ayanda. And yes, there is a lot that you can contribute, and we will talk about this further. So thank you for coming, and thank you for sharing this space with me.
Thank you so much.
And viewers, thank you so much for watching, commenting and sharing our interviews and content. Our non-profit companies, the Motoring Woman of the Year Awards, powered by MFC and Evo by Nedbank, and the Talk the Torque Studios, powered by Sariti Solutions, are aimed at recognizing and celebrating the women of motoring South Africa. Women just like Ayanda over here. We are not just telling stories, we are changing lives. And together we aim to empower and to uplift the women of our trade. And for those of you, I must not forget this, for those of you that are looking for your new ride, please visit www.auto.evo.africa. We have thousands of vehicles on sale for you to choose from, and we only advertise on behalf of reliable and trustworthy MFC accredited dealerships. This car listing portal is incredibly user-friendly, and you can also find vehicle reviews and car maintenance tips and advice, all courtesy of Talk the Torque Studios. Ladies, I think it is so fitting and so appropriate to talk about self-confidence right this moment. And the reason I say that is because Ayanda exudes, she envelopes, she embraces, she incubates the self-confidence like I've never seen before, and it's such a humbling and such a proud moment that I sit beside a woman like you, Ayanda. Really it is. So ladies, I want to talk a little bit about self-confidence and the role it plays in terms of you moving up the ranks and you being able to hold your own. Self-confidence is a trait that successful people often have. In order to be successful in anything you do, you must first believe that you are capable. That's exactly what Ayanda said earlier on.
Yes.
So having this self-confidence allows you to go after what you want and see your efforts through without giving up. And on that note, I would like to remind you that the question should never be who's going to let me. It should always be
who's going to stop me?
absolutely.